Hey, church, I hope you're all doing well. God bless you all. I wanted to start with a little bit of scripture before we really go very far here. So let me read this for you. It comes from Matthew chapter 24, verse 35. And it says here, these are Jesus' words to us. It says, Heaven and earth will pass away, but my words will not pass away. I've been meditating over those words, and I love the way Jesus gives us that message, especially in the midst of everything that we have been dealing with. How the promise that even though everything else may be changing, things may be uncertain, God is still certain. He's still a certainty for us. But it's great that we know we have God who is He's never changing for us. The same from today, yesterday, and forever. I love those words. I love that certainty, that promise that we have in Him. But as I say that, this coming Sunday, which will be the 21st, is going to be our first Sunday back from the COVID. When we're finally allowed to worship. I know Governor Murphy said last Sunday we were allowed to open up, but I wanted to make sure that we had a chance to get ready. Spend a little bit more time. We probably could have rushed around and try and do it, but I wanted to make sure we had time to get everything ready for you so that you could feel comfortable and safe and know that you're in a safe environment. With that, I wanted to talk to you about a couple of the things that are going to be changing. With that, some churches are sectioning off doing every other pew. I went out with my tape measure and I actually measured the distance from one pew to another. And actually, only separating two pews was less than 6 feet. So we're actually going to be separating every third pew. So we'll have two empty and then have one pew open. Two empty, one open. And such and so forth. So that way we actually make sure that everybody's able to come and sit and be 6 feet apart when you come and worship. And there's the next part I know some of you may not like. But we are requiring everybody to wear a mask. While you may say you're healthy, you haven't got anybody sick, you're not worried about getting sick, there are people who are worried about getting sick. And so we want to make sure that everybody is safe. In fact, this isn't a turtleneck I'm wearing or a mock turtleneck. This is actually my mask that I'm actually going to be wearing on Sunday. So you all can know that I am still covered and keeping me safe from you as well. And actually, I did test out the mic. You still be able to hear me with the mic and everything. So hopefully it won't sound like I'm mumbling. But for those of you who still won't be comfortable coming to worship, I want you to know we're still going to be recording the service. It's not going to look the same way as it's been for the last 3 months, obviously. But we're going to have that worship going on as well. So you can actually worship. It'll take us a little bit longer to get that out since it's not pre-recorded. It'll take a little bit of time to render and get it safe and then put it out onto YouTube. And YouTube has to do its thing as well. But that will get up later on Sunday, probably maybe early Sunday afternoon. That'll be on the YouTube for you to watch as well. We're going to try and not use air conditioning as much as we can so we can keep the windows open in the building so as much fresh air is passing through there. So I'm going to request that you all come and dress as comfortably as you can. So unless it's going to be a heat wave coming through, we're going to try and keep that air conditioning off. So we try and keep the fresh air flowing as much as we can through the sanctuary. With that, I'm also asking you to please use the door to the church, the main door on South Prospect Street. I know some people will say, well, the Hill Street door is closer. But the more people are using that door, the more hands are touching that doorknob. And we don't want to leave the Hill Street door just kind of wide open. We know all sorts of bugs and all sorts of stuff can come in that way. So we're asking if you are physically able to please use the South Prospect door. We'll keep that door propped open. And then another thing we're actually asking people to do is after worship, that if you want to hang out and talk to people, that you actually go outside of the church. So that way you're out in the fresh air and the sunlight, and so that any possible lingering germs would be left outside. And so that everybody would be able to stay healthy. And we are going to be disinfecting the church every Sunday. We're going to be going through and cleaning the church, making sure we get all the high-touch areas. We already have a hand sanitizing station This next one may sound a little weird, but if you're able, we'd like you to try and use the bathroom beforehand. That way, as few people as possible are going in the bathroom, and if you people touching things as well. And then finally, I wanted to ask if you're able to donate paper towels or money to go towards the cleaning supplies. We have specific cleaning supplies which have been recommended for us, which are safe for people to touch. They're organic, but we know that they actually kill the germs. So if you're able to do that, that would be a separate donation. That money can go straight to me, or they can go to Andy. But again, I want you to know that we're doing what we can to keep you safe. And again, I know this for some of you, this may not be enough, or you may not just not feel comfortable in general leaving the house, and that's okay. Know that God is still there. God still loves you. You are still in my prayers. And that's why I go back to this verse that I quoted to you before. Again, Matthew 24, verse 35. Heaven and earth will pass away, but my words will never pass away. How awesome is that? That God's love that he declares in his words will never pass away. My friends, hopefully I look forward to seeing you. If not, know that I completely understand. I pray God keeps you safe. And I know that there is no safer place than God's hands, whether you are here on Sunday or whether staying home. I know that God is with you. So remember, wherever you go, whatever you do, you are on the King's business. God bless you all.